going on, everybody? My name's Steve. Little introduction to me. I'm a firefighter. Uh, Currently on medical leave for a while. That's pretty much all you got to know about me. I'll turn it over to Bear over there.
What's up? I'm Bear. Just like gaming, hanging out with the boys. Turn it over to this Banner.
Hey, I'm Banner. I am old as balls. I'm a high-ranking IT guy. I like long walks on the beach. I like doing food roulette and destroying toilets. Will, over to you.
Hi, my name is Will. I fix cars, shoot guns, kill zombies in a game, but the other stuff I do in real life. I'm a father. Server owner and world builder. And this is D92 Podcast. Welcome.
I feel welcome. Do you guys feel welcome?
Feel pretty welcome.
Yeah? Yeah. Everybody looks welcome here.
So,
Steve, get off the laptop, man. We're trying to
No,
have a podcast
it's
here.
pretty much all I do, man. If I'm not on my laptop, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
all right.
I guess I'll quit holding on to my wang then.
Probably.
That's all I do. So
All right, so I guess
So-
okay.
Will, you said all that, but you failed to mention not only are you a server owner, but you're also the founder of D92 as a whole, right?
Oh, yes, I am.
How long ago was it since you created it?
It's about 2018. It's been about 2018 we started D92.
Phew.
So it's been a never-ending push ever since.
Good God.
can you give us a little like a real brief overview of what D92 is?
Got me on the spot here, guys, but yeah.
It's like you
You ever seen the movie I Am Legend?
Totally.
You know this. Remember the scene where Will Smith is always going to the pier, clicking on the radio transmitter and searching for survivors.
Yup.
So it's something similar to that, but instead of just like survivors, it's just like people, searching for new friends, and in in this game, to be honest with you, because I was new to the game and was inspired by a favorite streamer. We started off with RP servers, and we just kept building off of that. Bear actually knows plenty from our beginnings, at least, and then Steve came along, and then now you're here.
So it sounds like, if I'm understanding right, D92 is a group based off of lore and gaming and friendship and probably lots of bullshit. I think we do a lot of that.
Well, originally, do you remember going to your buddy's house and playing on the same TV?
Oh yeah,
And,
split
like,
screening it.
Yeah, split screening and like just hanging out at your buddy's house, playing Halo or whatever, and just having a split screen and going through the motions of the campaign, you know, in real time together with them. So that was kind of the inspiration, bringing that back. Except, obviously, we're not next to each other or anything like that, but that's as best you're gonna get, right? Finding new friends, making that real friendship. For example, I've known Bear ever since, and continuing relationships with the new friends like you two.
Very cool.
Now, I guess we can pass the duchy to the left. How long have you been on D92, Steve?
Oh man, I was woken up to the fact that I've been on for a lot longer than I thought I was. How long has it been? I joined in what year was it? Was that we were doing ABRP year 2, season 1?
2020. I can actually check it.
2020? It sounds
Yeah.
about right. 2020. Yeah. So I joined right at the end of year 2, season 1 of ABRP, and then I actually got involved in D92, like really getting involved once season 2 of it started. So 2020.
Okay, and with all the stuff that you've seen, what was the most impactful?
What was the most impactful thing about what I've seen in D92?
Yep.
Well, I'm not. I guess at first it was really impactful to see everyone that you had already gathered on the staff team. And, you know, people come and go at the time. That's fine. But what I had seen is everyone working towards a unison goal, and that really drove me to want to help. That's why I got involved with the D92 staff team and climbed my way up to owner as well.
So you've been a big part of it, just like Will. I know that you wrote like a lot of the lore behind it. Can you kind of like talk about maybe how you got some of the ideas and like what that process was like?
Oh, well, yeah. So I wrote. So I didn't actually write the lore up to where Nexus RP came into play, but what I had done was I took the lore that was already there and just shaped it to make a pretty epic story. And the whole like thing behind making everything was you know, I have a background in story creating. I've played D&D for I can't even tell you how many years. I don't even know. But you know, I love story creating, using my imagination to come up with something that tells a deep story that, you know, on one hand looks like this, on another looks something like something else. And that was the whole point of my alternate character that I often play when I'm doing D92 things on DayZ is Steve Nexus. He was always supposed to be a villain, but he is also in his own way is a hero. So things like that was very like the thing for me. I love doing that.
Yeah, it's a deep story. There's like a lot of stuff there. Anybody who's probably listening they won't even begin to understand some of the terms that we're throwing out. But it's taken me a long time just to start understanding some of the terms. But it's all out there on our Discord, right?
Yeah, and I mean, and a lot of it was developed over years. It wasn't just thought up in a week.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's on the Discord. Go on, Steve.
Yeah, things that I was doing with like ABRP when I created in ABRP, I created a faction called UPAS. There was no intent behind it to create any story behind it. There was just I wanted to play DayZ with my friends on a server that I liked, and that was that. But once I got the chance to create my own lore within D92, that's when Will had helped me experience or understand better the lore that we already had written, and that's where I just took everything that I had already done and turned it into its own story.
Well, I'd also like to ask. Bear, because he's been here since the early beginnings. From well, first of all, how do you remember how long ago until you got to D92?
Shoot, I think I've been here for almost maybe 6-7 years.
Damn.
I mean, I wasn't here for the start with Will here, but I mean, I was pretty close to the start.
Yeah, you got here right at the actual blow up during Epsilon's Accord. So
So you know the are you pretty well versed on the storyline? Do you kind of understand it all?
Some of the old storylines I've seen. I've seen some of the new ones. I haven't been part of the new ones until recently, but I would say they're pretty going pretty well.
So it's more. It seems like we got old blood over here, intermediate, and then new blood over there. Oh.
Yeah. I haven't been called New Blood in a long time, but yeah.
Okay. If anything, I guess let's. Am I invisible? Why am I not moving my hands?
No, do you have more superpowers? So it started with you can see through shit. Now you can turn invisible.
And I can also.
You can't
do
see my
this.
balls, can you? Oh my god! Now I see your balls. Where are they in my face? Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. I guess we'll go towards Scroty here. Where did Scrote Rogan come from?
Well, that's fun. There was a couple servers that I was on back in the day, and official servers where we had a pretty large group, and so we started doing this radios. We took over a radio station, okay, and there was a police station, and turned it into a radio station.
Yeah.
So the intercom systems that go throughout the city in Chernaris and some of the bigger cities, right?
Yeah.
So what we did, there was a guy named DayZ DJ who would take over Chernogorsk's police station, and he'd start broadcasting music
On the PA. Yeah.
on the PA. And me and my group, we were like, well, who's this dickhead? Like, of course we're gonna raid that and kill everyone. You know, I mean, obviously, right? So we started down that path, and we started talking to him, and found out he was kind of a cool guy. He wasn't really looking for attention or anything like that. He was just enjoying music and wanting everybody else to. And he was like, yeah. And I go, well, it's kind of boring because all we do is hear music like all the time. Why don't you do some talk stuff? And he goes, why don't you do the talk stuff? I said, okay. And he goes, what are you gonna call it? And I said, well, we'll call it the Scrote Rogan podcast because I had earned the nickname of Scrote for a couple different reasons. But anyways, so I started writing scripts, and I would go on there and I would do a podcast every week on Fridays in the evening. And I had about 4 or 5 pages of material and sponsors and, the whole thing. And and it turned into a multi-server thing. So then I started doing it for 2 or 3 other servers, and then eventually got tied up with work and other shit, and had to quit doing it. It was consuming a lot of my time, writing all the material and stuff. So
I think we'll keep it at probably once a month, maybe twice a month. Just depends
we'll see
on
as it goes.
It just depends on like what we'll come up with. I don't think maybe we shouldn't I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I don't mind it being spontaneous.
I missed it. I missed it. Yeah. The minute that I quit, I was like, why did I stop doing that? That was fun.
Well, you can do it again on your own terms and start leading the way. But now here's a topic. In everyone's time of professionalism, regardless of what it is, what was a moment of, oh, I fucked up?
Oh, you what?
Like, what was that one moment of, oh, I fucked up?
Well, regarding what?
Just anything in everyone. It goes for everyone. In your time of any type of professionalism, in work, like in your
Like
careers,
here,
in real life. Like, if you don't mind talking about
That's
it.
an easy one. No. I can tell you. I can't give some specific details, but I'll give you a couple. So I worked for a extremely large financial company for a while, and we were built a data center, a backup data center, out in an area pretty far away from it, and we were building huge server farms, and we had these seismic server racks. Right, they would move in case of an earthquake. They kind of move around, and they have shocks and all that stuff. And we were done building for the day, and we had like an hour or so left where we were going to go home. And one of my guys had a Nerf football in his car, and he goes, "Hey, you want to play some football in here?"
Oh my goodness.
Like, yeah, I want to play football in here. So we started throwing the football around, and it got a little rough, and one of them went long for a pass and ran right into the server rack, which is about as long as a semi truck, and it would not stop moving. We thought it was going to break, and we kind of screwed up some of the servers in there, and it was all on camera.
Ooh.
So
yeah,
that was fun.
That's a I fucked up moment.
Yeah. Nobody got fired, but we got an eyebrow. I mean, that's for sure. So.
What about you, Bear?
the most thing I've known.
Just a moment of damn, I fucked up, or like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I'm gonna get fired, kind of thing.
Let's say I got into legal trouble with lotto tickets
Rip.
before.
Well, we don't gotta talk about nothing crazy. Just something just
it's
funny.
past. But yeah, unfortunately, I thought I could get away with pulling scratchers off, and if I won money off them, I can pay them back and just keep playing and playing.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I would have done.
Well, let's go to Steve now. Steve, you said you were in the fire department. Was
Yep.
there any on top of the primary topic? Was there any like types of hazing that you ever partook in,
Hazing that I partook in,
or
no,
was
not
victim
really.
of?
Say I was victim to some hazing. I'm sure I have a few in there. There was well, let's see. There's one time we were at a scene. We were breaking down the scene, which means it was all safe. Everything was done. We were just breaking everything down to go home. But my job was to disconnect the main hose line feeding our engine. It was a 4-inch massive hose, and at the time it was still filled. It was still being pumped with water.
Oh shit!
I was told to decouple it.
Fly me to the moon.
Yeah, I don't. And I was still very new at the time. All I knew at the time was really don't question the people in charge. Just do what they say. So I did. That's exactly what I did. When I decoupled it, the thing exploded in my face, and I went home soaking wet. I jumped in a pool, essentially.
Well, for
Oh, wow.
me, there was this one time, so I was still pretty new in my line of work, where I'm in the collision repair field. So I started off as a body man helper, and my boss had to go. I can't remember if he was going to lunch or if he was going to visit a customer or something. He had to leave. So him and his brother, which is my boss now, or the CEO now, well, they left. And before they left, we took a hood off of this Honda Civic. And there was a bracket under the top corner of the fender that was bent in. And he sat there telling me, don't hit that bracket. Don't try to straighten it out. You're like, because I'm still new. I don't have that experience. I wouldn't know how to approach it properly. And he's like, don't hit it with a hammer. If you feel like you have to hit it with a hammer, put some cardboard behind it because it was really close to the windshield. That way, it doesn't slip and hit the windshield. So it's like, okay. And I mean, now I think about it, my approach would have been with pliers. Regardless. So they left, and I stuck a cardboard under it, and I smacked it with a hammer. Well, lo and behold, it slipped right off the edge of that bracket, smacked the windshield. Oh, I grabbed my stuff. I sat like at the edge of the garage, like with my legs hanging down, and I was just waiting for them. And I can't remember if I called them first to let them know, like, hey, I'm fired. He's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I cracked the windshield. I did what you told me not to do. And I was like, when he got here, I was like, all right, I'm ready to go home. There was this other time. They cut the roof off of a Lexus GS 350. It was a red one, and he was getting ready to weld on the new one. So he needed to clean some grease off the panel before you started welding. So he asked me for some solvent degreaser. So I grabbed the squeeze bottle of solvent, and it was very flammable. So I give it to him. He uses it, hands it back, and so the back glass is out because the roof is gone and like it's all torn down the car. So I set it down. Right on the back of the car, and I turn around. And as I turn around, not even like 3 seconds later, there's a fire! And this is me, literally. I'm just like, what? Where? And I turn around, and there's a fire on the back of the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Who wants
That
to
was
go to
pretty-
the next topic?
Next topic. Steve, why do you like chess so much?
Oh, that's a good one.
I just do. I've been playing it for quite some time. I play it semi-professionally. Let's see, how long have I been playing? I think it's been since 2014 I've been playing chess. So 11 years now I've been playing chess.
Bro.
But I've only been semi-playing it professionally for maybe 4 years, 5 years.
I only
Nice.
got really into it at one point in life when I was like when I was taking like acid.
Wait, you played chess on acid?
Yeah.
The queen must
Ow.
have been alive.
How was that?
It was very existential.
I'll bet.
Like all the like noob moves just felt very important and felt relative to what was going on. Stupid shit. Never again. But I did
I
it.
can't say I play acid when I play chess, but
I play acid when I play chess.
I play
Oh.
acid when I play chess.
Well, I did acid twice in my life.
Oh, really?
And the one time I did it, the first time, I was driving everybody to a party.
Oh no, you should have done it.
It was out at a farmhouse in a huge cornfield, and all I remember is that I couldn't stop like giggling at everything. My jaw was like sore from all the smiling and giggling, and then like the little turn signs, you know, like on a real sharp turn that had the stripes, they were like waving, like they were kind of wavy. And I remember at the end of the night we went we stopped at you guys know what a Quick Trip is?
In a gas station.
Gas
Yeah,
station.
the gas station.
Like the quickie
We
mart.
pull in. Yeah, we
Giggity.
never had a Quick Trip before. It was the first time I'd ever seen one, and I'm tripping, and I pull up and I look up and I see a sign that says Quick Trip, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "You guys played a joke on me."
So I don't know if I want to delve into that. History of party. I'll throw that out there. So, all right. So this one time,
The
his
band
name,
camp.
huh?
Nothing.
His name was Paul. He ended up getting shrooms, and this was like close to Halloween. And so it's dark outside. We're sat outside his house by a bridge, because the back of his house had like a small, like, kind of patch of forest, and there was like a bridge, and we used to go there and drink a lot. And well, anyway, we set out, and we took the shrooms, and I took it 3 times in life, and then after the second and third, I never did it again.
Did you like it?
The first time it was kind of fun. I guess it was a low dosage, but the second and third, during those times, life was getting pretty difficult for me. So I was pretty stressed out. So I had bad trips. And then with acid, I took it, I want to say 6 times, but it was probably way more. But near the end of those times, it was around the same time as the shrooms. So I would always get bad trips. So, and then the whole story about you take acid enough to put holes in your head. So I was like trying to be cautious and not get addicted. And well, anyway, ecstasy was a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the darkness just like felt like it was laughing with you, and you're fucking feeling wavy, and I don't know, it didn't last too long. I guess it was either it was a weak batch or it was a small hit. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm glad I don't remember, to be honest. So
Hey, Bear, if you take a piece with the piece, you need to move the piece back and then move it to where you want it again, because it's a lag thing.
They're over here playing chess.
Yeah.
Couldn't even wait till we were done.
Your knight. Move your knight back to where it was and then move it back to where you wanted it.
Sir, you have a problem.
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
This is an intervention.
we think you have a problem. We think you're addicted to your screen time.
Well, seeing as the fact that I am on my screen always. Yeah.
Come on, Patrick. We know I'm always playing chess too, at least in the mind.
Look at Sherlock Holmes over here. Is that
All right.
a radio on your back? What is that? What are you wearing? I've never seen that bag before. Who wants to throw the next topic or question?
Okay, I've got a segment that we need to do.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pick a news article and we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, this is interesting. Haven't done that in a long time.
All right, let's see here. We're gonna go. That's not very interesting. That's not very interesting. That smelled really interesting. Wow.
Beef stew.
Oh, here we go. Wall Street Journal. Disney's robotic droids are the toast of Silicon Valley.
Speaking of robotic droids, did you hear about the scam of China? The Chinese advanced robot that cost $43,000 that doesn't really do much.
No? What is it? What does it do though?
You have to use a controller, and it walks, waves, and then falls.
This sounds like the opposite of DeepSeek. It sounds like we went from a amazing Chinese innovation to a what the fuck.
That's exactly what the owner was like.
I mean, come on. But seriously, robots, where do you like this article's talking about
Silicon Valley, this Disney's robots, the Silicon Valley.
well, yeah, it looks like they have AI built into them. And you can interact with them and they'll do stuff like,
Like the
And-
Facebook
and
robot?
yeah, and there's examples out there like have you seen the little AI dogs you can get, the little robot dogs
Yeah.
as pets? Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
I think Terminator is coming much closer than we anticipate.
We had those in the 90s. At least I had one of those little robots.
would do, like, backflips?
Give a bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheesy little fun thing. Yeah, now I think these will you can put peanut butter on your nutsack and it'll lick it off.
Bro.
I think maybe something like that. I don't know. But they're way smarter. They do they can you can give them commands and they'll go do stuff and
I heard companies made sex bots that use AI.
yeah, they do. The orders they're still they're still kind of cheesy, I guess. Good enough for I guess a boner, but they're still kind of cheesy. They're
Wait. I just took your queen out. How do you have it back already?
Can't take my queen. It's covered by the knight.
What night?
The knight on. second to
Oh, okay.
last.
Oh, okay.
By the way, if anyone's out there listening, I just want to talk a little bit about a place called Falling Summers Ranch. It's a ranch for people who have a problem with chess and they can't stop playing. You can get your family members in there for the low cost of $1,500 a month.
Or the daily special, $3.99.
What we do here at this ranch is they put little cactus spikes on all the chess pieces, and it eventually gets people to stop playing.
You just made me want to add a new soundbite.
Oh boy.
To the ranch!
So Steve, when are you getting checked in, buddy?
Probably never. Especially since I'm still winning. Checkmate.
Oh, I see it. Oh, look at that.
Do they have
By the
a-
way, why you two are both playing chess, but you also look like you're patting yourselves down.
Yeah, because they got to do it.
I like to touch myself when I play chess.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
excited.
Okay, well, you
Concentration, man.
he graduated from the ranch. Now you have to go to the facility. We're gonna call it. This is where they put cactus prongs on your penis, so that you quit touching yourself while you're playing chess.
Oh,
Oh,
that doesn't
the-
sound fun.
the Epstein Island?
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right,
Nobody
who wants to pick?
escapes.
Who wants to pick the next news topic? Steve, your turn.
My turn. I think it's Bear's turn.
Bear, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
fair. You've been
Well, for the
quiet.
next- Concentrating on chess.
Concentrate on these
Nuts.
news bites. Well, jeez. What's wrong with you? Get your head out the gutter.
What's the topic we can talk about?
Oh,
Women. Let's talk about women.
oh no.
Oh, good God.
You're
Okay,
trying to
no, no,
get
no.
me
Let's-
murdered, huh?
Let's go. Let's
Wait,
go.
Of course,
so
of course
which one
you're
of you is
fine with
married?
this.
Which one
Go
of you
ahead.
is married?
You start.
Oops.
Me.
Who's me?
Me. Me, Banner. Me.
Banner. So, how long have you been married for?
22 years.
22? Shit. That's commitment right there. I give you props.
Thanks, buddy.
Patrick, I know
Huh?
you're married. How long?
Since 2017?
How many years? I'm not doing math.
Me neither.
7. 7.
Okay. 7? 17.
Yeah, right.
7.
Steve, married?
Wouldn't that
No?
be 8?
Yes.
It wouldn't.
Good
It'd
God,
be 8
no.
by now.
Oh yeah, you're right. 8.
Yeah.
So single, Steve?
Tragically.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
it's
so
all right. We're both
He's.
in the same
I mean,
boat.
he said it in his last stream. Moral of the story is, I need a girlfriend.
Yeah, I think that was my last stream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So anyone have any interesting subjects with women that recently happened? Will?
Recently.
Yeah, Will.
The
Let's
whole
get this on-
No. Here's the rule. Here's the rule on that. Me and Will never talk about anything with our wives, but you can ask us about girlfriends.
Oh, you have a
well,
side
this
piece?
this kind of works.
Fuck, Bear.
Period for that kind of conversation anyway, because it's just women in general.
Okay, gotcha.
Like
Oh,
for
boy.
example, you ever seen the meme where it's like a man talking to a man and it's a straight line, but then when it's like a man talking to a woman, it's like scribbles.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the older meme than that, where it's like man go to the grocery store, they go straight to the thing, they go leave, but then women go to the grocery store, they like circle around the whole mall. No,
No.
I kind of don't feel like babbling about it because Brenda's not that far, so.
I don't want to be abused
I don't-
today.
Yeah, Banner knows. He's on the same page. I guess his wife is close too.
That's why he's hiding under the table now. Oh, he's got a knife in his throat.
Yeah. What about you, Bear?
Nah. Tragically single also.
Is it tragic?
Yes.
Was
It
the last
depends on who you
was
ask.
the
It could be happiness.
Okay. Yeah. No. Maybe not tragic. More like depressingly.
was the last breakup the one that I know about?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Man, you're been single that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, she done broke your heart, brother.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Next
that
topic.
sucks.
She still talks to me though.
Does she still now?
Yeah. She
Or do you have
literally
to
told me
pay?
something I can't say. No, I don't have to pay nothing. But she did something which she's been wanting to do, what I can't say. So
No
We're in the
way.
same
Did she
boat.
like? What is it like?
Oh.
200 cc's now? She go from an A to a B now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's either she's chatterbait or she got implants.
Chatterbait.
Or her transformation into a male is complete.
Oh, that would have been my dream. Not joking.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, that
Um,
one.
Okay, here's a topic.
Mhm.
I got two. We'll start with this. Car.
Okay.
What is your favorite car and why?
Ooh. Who goes first?
So I can go first.
Do it.
I mean, I've always dreamt to have a what do you call it? 1967 Ford Mustang. I
Oh, okay, well,
I like the smaller Mustangs, not like these newer bulky ones.
I mean, it's still pretty bulky, the muscle car.
Yeah.
But like,
But
I dig it. My favorite muscle car is this 69 Camaro. Nice.
But yeah, just muscle cars in general. Classics I like. I'm not a fan of like
Uh,
newer cars.
we got ourselves here. What's that ball guy name in Fast and Furious?
Toronto.
Yeah, okay, you'll be Toronto.
Family. Family, guys. Family.
You guys used to make jokes about that about me all the time.
You look like the guy from Tokyo Drift, that movie. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Han?
You know it, not me.
Han!
Yes. Are you calling me hun?
Steve, what's your favorite car?
I actually don't have a favorite car. I'm not the type of guy that chooses like, oh, I like this type of car. I know nothing about cars. But if I won the lottery and had to get a vehicle right now, I would probably get a Ram 2500 just because it helps.
Oh, it's a good pick. That's
It is a good pick, yeah.
I'm a 56 Chevy Townsman wagon.
You like Chevy?
Long
I know the jokes,
ago,
though.
my favorite used to be the Nissan 350Z. And then it
Really?
changed. And then it changed to the Acura Integra.
A new one?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
No. I mean, I get it because it's all technologically advanced and it looks kind of cool, but I don't like the new body styles that Acura and Honda have been doing.
Gotcha.
I feel like it's veered way too far off of like its originality, if you will. I mean, it's all original, obviously, but it's just I feel like the design. So here's a good example: Nissan 350Z, Japanese company. If I'm not mistaken, was bought out by the French, and then the 370Z came out. So when the 370Z came out, the backside of that, the newer 370, completely different, and the lights were completely different. It just looked way different. It was very close to what 350Z was, but it's just it was more like a 350Z had a baby with a Beetle, if you will. That's what the 370Z reminds me of. So anyway, my favorite after that was the Acura Integra, like around 2001. I currently drive a Honda Civic Si 2006, and that's my favorite car right now. I wish it was
What do you
back wheel drive.
what do you
but
what do you think about the old Datsun 240Z?
see, Datsun should never have been shut down.
Right?
I mean, it's still Nissan, but the 240Z was really good. And then when Datsun went down, Nissan took it over. Then they had Nissan 240Z. So, yeah, good times. I had a friend that used to have one. He had a white one, and whenever it get hot, he'd take the glass out the roof. But that car is very close to the Mazda RX-7. The I want to say the 3rd gen or the 2nd gen. The one right before its final generation in 2001. Like the box body.
Yeah,
That's a nice RX-7.
that's a good one. Yeah, I like RX-7s. I like the rotary engine.
Yeah, They sound nice. And when you start it up, dude, my mentor, he used to have them before you wrecked it, because he was driving bald tires. I told his ass to get new tires, but when he was started up, it would rev up to like 2,000 RPMs, then drop, then go back up, drop, go back up, drop. It sounded pretty nice. It'd be like vroom, 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 instead of just a flatline hum. So, it sounded pretty good. You, Benner?
Yep.
You said the 56, right?
Yeah,
you-
56 Chevy wagons, those station wagons.
Yeah.
A hot rodded 56 station wagon is just bitch. And my second would be the Dodge Magnum.
I think
Those Magnum station wagons.
I think the only wagon I would ever get would either be the Acura TSX or the Audi A4.
Well, and there was one more, and that's the oh my God, what is that car called? It's a Subaru STX? No.
WRX.
Thank you. The Subaru WRX estate car, which you can barely find in the US. It's mostly in Europe, but it's a station wagon version of that car. Badass.
Okay. Guns. What?
Oh yeah, buddy.
What's a?
You already know I own one of my favorite guns,
Which one is that one again?
the Chopper Rhino
Yeah, that
357.
freaking beast of a hand cannon.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? What is Hex doing back there?
Yeah, what's going on back there?
No one's behind you. Don't be careful. Don't worry.
Did you hear some bullshit outside?
Yeah, there's some stuff out there.
So we're talking about guns?
Yes.
Well, I don't own one, so I don't.
Me
Well,
neither.
you use it in game.
Oh, we're talking about in game or real life?
Me and Banner can talk real life. You guys can talk in game.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
What kind of guns do you like then, Patrick?
Well,
What kind of guns do you own? Okay.
oh,
Real life.
in that case, I have a Anderson Manufacturing AM-15, so like an AR-15, and then I have a Glock 19 Gen 5, and I have a Mossberg MVP. Fuck if I know the numbers. Maybe it's the 800. It's a sniper rifle. It's a hunting rifle. So I got it's a 308, 5.56, and a 9x19 or 9mm. Hollow point.
I have a lot of guns.
That's what I'm interested in hearing about. Seems like your backdrop is very relevant to you.
Yeah. Not that it's not quite that bad. I do have a VR80 though. I saw one of those on the. That's an AR platform shotgun. Yeah, you can only fire it about that many times before your arm falls off. Yeah, that's a fun one. I got a Savage 22 magazine fed rifle. Mossberg Maverick shotgun. That's a pump, just a pump shotgun.
12 gauge.
Yeah, 12 gauge definitely. And then a Taurus 9mm.
Hmm.
A high point that I used to take hog hunting because you can drop it in mud and it'll still shoot.
I saw a video on high points where they tortured, and I mean torture tested it, hell, and they still worked.
Still fires. Yep,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like an AK. And then, let's see, what should I do next? I have my favorite concealed carry gun. That's Smith & Wesson 40 Shield.
Okay, respect
It's a
it.
good gun. Yeah,
no,
buddy.
no Sig Sauer P320s, huh?
Anything smaller than a 9mm is not gonna work for
P3
me.
P320s are 9mm, and they're full frame. They can be full frames and compact.
Well, I thought it was a 380.
No, but it'll shoot you in the foot without you even touching the hand trigger.
Yeesh.
Yeah, they have a lot of
That's-
lawsuits going on.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and it's the standardized sidearm for like the military. I went to
Jeez.
Walter Reed not too long ago, and I saw one on one of the officers' side, and I kind of got nervous. Huh.
Oh, I do have an original Colt match competition bull barrel AR-15.
Oh,
Yeah. Got that puppy too.
match competition? What's the difference?
Well, it only shoots 223. It won't do
Oh,
5.56. And it's got a bull barrel, so it's a big, heavy, thick barrel. You can shoot a nickel at 100 yards. It's
Can you,
a really accurate gun. Yeah.
Can't you switch out the internals and shit? You would need a different lower though, right?
Yeah, you'd have to get you can use the Colt lower, but you're way better off just getting new shit because as cool as the original Colt AR stuff is, there's newer stuff that's just better.
That my AM15 wasn't that expensive either. And apparently a lot of people rely on the lowers for air from Anderson Manufacturing, which is from my home state, Kentucky.
Nice. Well, are you from Kentucky?
I was born in Kentucky, yeah.
Dude, I love bourbon. We go to a friend's house every Memorial Day in Louisville, and he's filthy rich, and he's got like a speakeasy in his basement.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, and he was letting us. We go down there and he lines them all up, and I'm tasting, $3,000 bottles of Pappy and, just ridiculous shit. And I always drink too much when I go down there, and then we go to like Churchill Downs and
Yup.
the whole dress up thing, and all that.
So this is pretty off topic. Just due to the setting, getting into like the country. Y'all ever heard of a Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
What about you, Steve?
Steve has to have heard of it. You've not heard of this?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I might have, but I don't think so.
do you know a lot about it, Banner?
Yes.
Okay, can you go first? Because I feel like I would just make people brain dead by trying to.
Skinwalker Ranch is a location that a lot of people believe has attractions to extraterrestrial activity and supernatural activity in general. I guess that's probably the best way to describe it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's Think of the premise of
I
The
can't remember who the last guy is that just bought it, but like
the
everyone swears
researchers
that,
bought it. Researchers own it now.
something always happens there.
They've been doing a lot of researching there recently. So now that we're talking about it, let me just pull it up. Stream's gonna get a little choppy. It's a 512-acre property in Utah.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, it's fucking browser.
Oh yeah, I think his internet. It sounds like it's crashing.
What happened?
His
Sounds like
internet.
his internet's crashing.
No, the internet's not. It's
Uh-oh.
just give it a second. It's because I had the browser up on my computer. I should just search it up on my phone. So Skinwalker Ranch. Currently, last I heard, a group of researchers purchased it and they're doing research on it.
Nice.
And let's see here. It's got its own cinema. No, that's a lie. Paranormal claims. I don't have my glasses. Subject of numerous reports of UFO sightings, mysterious lights, unknown illnesses, shape-shifting creatures like demons, like skinwalkers. It's been on the It's been featured on the History Channel plenty of times.
You have a
Yeah.
story about it? Like,
Like
have you been there?
I've not been there. I've just brought it up just because of the setting we're in now, and can't remember what actually inspired me to think of it. Oh, because speakeasy, I guess, basement thing, basement dwelling.
Oh, yeah.
The Navajo folklore. So it's like the original buyers, or I guess the original people built it on Navajo rituals or grave, I guess sacred grounds. I can't really recall it. And
Yeah,
they've been cursed
something
ever
like that.
since. And I think the story that I talked about, the skinwalker, the black wolf skinwalker, that's where I think they talked about it, a skinwalker there. Black wolf that grabbed its livestock, and they shot it with 357 plenty of times, and he took a chunk off him. He didn't even move, but it killed one of its cattle. Did someone just disconnect?
Negative.
Oh, let me see that message. All right. Well, I guess that was a good start. That was a good premiere. I
Nice
guess
premiere.
next time,
Good job.
next time we come up with a podcast, we'll have different topics to talk about.
Oh, we'll have an agenda.
Yeah, this was like, this was a mention, and then we just did it instantly. Like, we didn't really put so much into it as we probably planned
Yeah,
to.
we set up this whole place rather quickly just for that. Which
Well,
it came up
actually-
pretty nice.
Bear had a lot to say, and he just never said it all,
This wanker.
I know. He had so many stories he was going to tell.
Well, I guess let's call it a night. Well, thanks for coming to D92 podcast. My name's Will.
Steve.
This is
Banner.
Steve. Banner. And Bear's
Bear.
being quiet.
That's Bear.
Bear.
Well, anyway, have a good night, y'all. Thanks for watching, and we hope you liked it. If you have any comments or topics you would like for us to talk about, just let us know, and we'll get to going on that. So, have a good night.
Nice shot.